Get inspired with the woman empowerment extraordinaire, LaMeel.
Hello, beautiful goddess. Welcome to the vibration of money. So this training is going to be 2 parts, and I'm recording it audio today because of my travels. I try to do videos as often as possible. So let's just get into this, right? What is the vibration of money? There's a lot of people and a lot of information on a lot of platforms, self-included. We're all talking about the vibration of money, the frequency of money, matching the frequency of money, things of that nature. So how do you do that? Like, what is really the vibration of money? And I've said in the past that it's different for everyone. So I want to clarify that. And I'm going to back it up a minute and say, why is it important to know and understand the vibration of money? Because that is what allows money to flow to you, right? When you are manifesting, whatever you are manifesting, you are a vibrational match to it. So if you do not know the vibration of money, how can you match that vibration? How can you become that vibration? How can you embody that vibration so that you can live in the overflow? You got to know what it is. You got to know how it feels. You got to know how to match it, how to hold it long enough for the money to materialize. And I'll talk a little bit about instant manifestations in here too. So the reason that you need to understand the vibration of money is so that you can become ultimately the vibration of money, so that you can have the money that you desire at will. So if you have not gotten a copy of Magnetizing Your Manifestations, right now it's free. If you go to lameel.com/hello, you can download a free copy, and I'm telling you, I'm giving you all the diamonds, the jewels, the pearls right there. It's a very simple exercise, but it was fucking life-changing for me. I still use it till this day, on a faster, more subconscious level, meaning I don't have to focus on it as much as I did in the beginning. But it teaches you how to get there, right? How to become a master at it. And when you use that technique, and that's free, and it's going to be free, I believe we're leaving it up for like 100 days. And then after that, it's going to become a part of a new program. So get it. And if you are hearing this after the fact, it's not going to be overpriced, but it's going to be well worth what it cost, right? I'm going to keep it under $100 because it's an amazing technique. And it is something that no matter what you're doing in your life right now, whether you need $10 or $1,000, the day that you get this is the same day that you can start manifesting and see it materialize. Like, the shit is bananas. So get it while it's free. And if you are listening to this after the 100 days that I was giving it away free, I promise you it's less than $100, and it is well worth it. And if you use the technique and stay focused for less than 30 days, most of the students that I've already given this to who were part of Money Madam were able to manifest like the $100 in a couple of days. And since it's going to be less than $100, it's going to pay for itself a millionfold over your lifetime, right? It's an amazing technique. So, we're talking about why you need to know the vibration of money, right? Because you need to match it. You've got to be able to match it. And this is not just for money. It's for anything that you want. It's for, material items, situations, for people. You can magnetize and manifest people that you need to help you, to guide you, to support you, to do things for you, to be resources for you, right? But you have to be able to match the frequency. So you need to know what that frequency is. So the reason that I say that it is different for different people is because how we ultimately feel things are a little bit different. And if you've been following me for any period of time, or you've taken any of my other trainings, you know that I always say money and manifestation is an inside game, and it's all about the emotions, right? It's the emotion. Your emotions are your GPS, your navigational system. So it's all about the feeling. You got to feel it. You've got to feel it. Like if you walk away from nothing and take nothing else from this training, you need to know you've got to feel it. So, and maybe you've heard other people say this, you've got to feel it. How does it feel? Like people say it in a whole lot of, really pretty ways, right? But you got to feel it. At the end of the day, whether you're doing it through an extensive meditation, whether you're doing it through a relaxation technique, whether you're doing it through visualization, whether you're doing it through creating a vision board, whether you're doing it because you're doing rituals, right, with candles and herbs and incense and oils, you got to feel it. If you don't have any feeling in it, you're going to continue to manifest by default because we're all manifesting. We're born manifestors. That's what we do all day, every day. Everything in our life is basically a screen, right, that is projecting to us and showing to us what we've been feeling. So if you don't get control of how you feel about everything in your life, you will continue to manifest stuff you don't want. We're manifesting by default. When you know what you want, and how it feels, or the essence of how you think it's going to make you feel, then you can manifest that. If you say, I want a new car, and you can't get to a feeling place of having the car, smelling the car, seeing the car, riding in the car, you can't manifest it. But you are still manifesting. And what you're feeling is, I can't feel it. That's what you're feeling. You have the emotion, the agitation, the whatever it is that says, I can't do it. You ever been in a room or at an event in some location, and somebody you don't like walks in and you go, oh God, please don't let her come over here. And that child walks directly to you. It is because you matched the vibration. That you had the feeling of, don't let her come, don't let her come, don't let her come. Well, don't is not part of the vibration. Don't, want, can't, right? The universe doesn't recognize that because we are an attraction-based universe. So you are matching the vibe. That's how you get the stuff you don't want, because that's what you're feeling. You're feeling all of the things before she even notices you, sees you, gets to you, walks across the room to you. You are already feeling how fucking miserable it is going to be to have to talk to this person. You're feeling it. And guess what? You get more of it because she comes, and you were a perfect match for that situation you didn't want. So you're always feeling your way through life. Everything in your life has been manifested because you matched the vibration of it by feeling it and holding that feeling long enough for it to materialize. Now, it does start with a thought, right? And so your thoughts will create feelings, and then you hold those thoughts, which feeds the feeling and sustains the feeling and helps you sustain the feeling. And so then it materializes. So when you're saying affirmations, if the affirmations or incantations, or there's another word I wanted to say and I can't think of it, if they don't cause you to feel it, they don't work. Throw them out. There's 50 million trillion affirmations. I'm huge on affirmations, but if it is not evoking a feeling from you, it is not working for you, right? So don't create these big ass books of, journals of affirmations thinking I'm just going to say these over and over again, because if they don't evoke feeling, they're not going to evoke change. You get what you feel about what you're thinking. So if you are saying, I'm going to be rich, I'm going to have this money, but what you feel about those words is that this shit is weird, it's not working, it's going to take me forever, I feel like maybe you maybe not going to get it because it's not evoking a strong enough desire. It's not evoking a strong desire. So when you're using the affirmations, they have to evoke a strong desire. Doing that allows you to get into the feeling. The feeling is ultimately the vibration. How you feel allows you to emit the vibration of that. So if you wake up and go, I feel like it's going to be a great day, and you feel it in your heart and your soul, and you're singing and you're dancing and you're having an amazing day, and great shit happens, and the car in front of you pays for your coffee, and then your friend calls and takes you out to lunch, and you get a surprise raise, and you get to get off early, and the sun was shining, it was the perfect temperature, and something that you've been wanting for a while went on sale. Like, you created that with the initial feeling when you woke up that it was going to be a great day. And you held that feeling long enough for the first good thing to happen. And you're like, yeah, that feels really good. I like how that feels. And this is subconsciously happening, of course, right? And some of you may have tried this, consciously. But then the second thing happens and it's like, yes, oh, this really is good. And you start to believe it and you start to feel it in your being. That's how you catch the wave, you catch the frequency. It is that vibe. Those words are all about the energy that you emit from those feelings. So, how to feel the vibration. The reason that I think this is different for everybody is because when I say, how do you feel the vibration? What does it feel like to have the money? So what's your number, right? So say your number is $20,000 a month. At first you may go, well, I've never had $20,000 in a month, so I don't know what that feels like. But what do you think it's going to allow you to do, right? So if you can't feel what $20,000 a month feels like, what do you think having $20,000 a month is going to do for you? Your bills are going to be paid off. How does that feel? You're going to be able to get a new car. How does that feel? You're going to not have to work overtime. How does that make you feel? You're going to be able to spend your weekends playing with your kids or your grandkids or whatever, or with your girls, or spend time with your lover. How do those things make you feel? Do you see how you're searching for the feeling, right? So you may not know what 20 grand feels like and having it feels like, but what are the feelings the things that you get to do with that 20 grand? What feelings are they emitting? What are they going to emit for you? Tap into those feelings. Now, if you keep going deeper, like playing with my kids makes me feel free. At the end of the day, when I am evoking and magnetizing, I use the feeling of freedom. What does freedom feel like to me? Because ultimately, the money in those activities are leading me to be free. And freedom is clarity, it's ease, it's flow, it is relaxation, it is joy, it is delightful, it is delicious. Like those are that's the frequency for me, right? Because when I say it's delicious, it's not just about what's on my tongue. It's about what's in my body. It's about no pain in my body. It is about being pain-free. It's about being stress-free. It automatically fills me with lots of light. It is the feeling of the sun on my face. Like those are the things, but I've practiced it. I practice it. I still practice it. So initially, you may not know what 20 grand feels like, or you may do, and maybe you can work there. If not, look at the things that the 20 grand will afford you to do. How do those things make you feel? Oh, I get to party. I get to get the new car. I get a new wardrobe. How do those things make you feel? I feel like a boss. I feel like that bitch. Whatever it is, right? I feel accomplished. Start playing with those emotions and how you get there, because the frequency is going to be the same, but the route that you take to get to that feeling is going to be different for all of us, because we're all coming from different places, and we've all had different experiences, and some emotional routes are unavailable to certain people versus others, right? Because of these experiences. So right now we're not working on blocks. We're circumventing all of that, and you're finding your feeling. So that's how you find the feeling for you. Now, this will start to refine itself as you practice this over time. So the feeling will change, which is the reason it's important for you to have a practice, because those feelings will change. Once you get it, once you get more money, once you've manifested something very specifically, once you hit a certain level consistently, you may find that it's harder for you to circumvent, and you may need to work on blocks, and limiting beliefs, things like that. But however, you can start here. So from wherever you are right now, you can start here. So when you combine that feeling, if you have downloaded and have access to magnetizing your manifestations, in that very simple description of how to relax, how to release any dark energy and let into the light, and focus on the feeling. Now, this is where you insert those feelings I'm just talking about into that practice. All right? And that's going to allow for speedy manifestations. And when you're doing this at least twice a day, as you work to become a master, it'll get easier, and you'll get there a lot faster. So now you know how it feels for you. I want to talk a little bit about how to match it, right? The matching it portion, and then we're going to take a brief break. We're going to end session 1 after we talk about how to match the vibration. And then in lesson 2, I'm going to talk about how to hold it and some exercises that will help you hold the vibration and kind of bring yourself back to it throughout the day. So matching the vibration, you know what it feels like. So the way that you match it is feeling it genuinely. How do you feel it? So if you start with magnetizing your manifestations, you're going to be doing that twice a day. You're going to get into that focused, quiet energy and feel the feeling of having it right now. Feeling how it would be to have those things, or that money, or that situation, and things working out for you. Feel the feeling. That is how you match it. You keep generating that feeling within your body. And so for a lot of us, it's going to be very short-lived. You're going to be able to feel it. You're going to feel the click like, I did it. And then it's going to be gone. Then go on with your day. That's the exercise from magnetizing your manifestation, right? You do that twice a day. Your life's going to change just from that alone. However, if you can get into a place where you can hold that and draw that energy into you and then transport it, or I'm at a loss for the word, bear with me. You're basically expressing that energy out, right? So you're pulling it in because you're magnetizing it, and you are sending that signal out. You're receiving the signal, you're releasing the signal. That signal of having that money is coming into you and out of you. It is flowing through you and to you and through you and to you. So now, not only are you receiving that vibration, you are emitting. There's the word, you're emitting that vibration. And so that's how you match it, because you're emitting it. Now, how fast your manifestations, your money materializes is going to be determined on how long you're able to hold it. And so we're going to talk about that in part 2, holding that vibration, because now you have the practice. And when magnetizing your manifestations becomes a little mini course, I'm going to do, there's going to be, it's already done, there's going to be a training in there, that an exercise that will be a part of that in audio that explains to you and helps you flow to receive the vibration of money and emit it, and receive it and emit it. But that's really the cycle that you want to create, is the receiving and emitting it before you even have it. The longer you can hold that, the faster what it is that you want will materialize, because instant manifestation is, in fact, a real thing. And I'll talk about that in my personal experiences in part 2 of the vibration of money.
LaMeel Radio. Empowerment radio for women, by women.